And now, Brandon Six Boy Schaub.
Yeah, it is Monday, June 16th. We're in Austin, Texas, and it's getting a little toasty. Chin, you're still flying in and out, so you're getting that LA weather.
Yeah.
But you're still in the valley in LA?
Yeah.
It's hot out there.
It's pretty hot. It's like comparable to what we're having.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Same now. July, August, I heard it's a different animal. But even if it goes up about 5 degrees, all good, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I dropped him off today. Listen, if you have kids, the summer's about keeping these critters busy, wearing them out. Who can wear out my child? And working on their skills for whatever sports they play. So Bossy's in some, I don't know, he's 5, man. It's some camp, supposed to be cool for 5-year-olds. He's crunk about it. They just do random activities. And then Tiger's in some elite baseball camp. I dropped him off at the college campus this morning. That little dude's just out there doing it. I was like, see you, dude. It's like 100 kids. I was like, have fun, dude. Compete. I left him. I said, compete. Have fun. Compete. And it's from freaking 9 a.m. to 4, Monday through Friday. I said, hydrate and compete, bud. I'll pick you up at 4. See how it goes. And at 9, it's good for him, man. Get out of his comfort zone. He'll be all right. Let's get into it, man. Let's freaking get into it. There's a lot going on in the fight world. A lot going on. You had UFC Fight Night Atlanta. Kamaru Usman, Joaquin Buckley. We'll start with those boys. I just want to get right into it. And then we'll get into Paul Craig Rodolfo. Good Lord. Give that dude a freaking Oscar.
Yep.
Get the hell out of my face. We'll get into that. I want to tear him so bad right now, but we will wait. With Kamaru Usman, Joaquin Buckley. Oh, how do we want to take this? For Kamaru Usman, there's a million reasons you would bet against him in this fight. There's a reason why he was the underdog going into this fight, right? Hasn't fought in 3 years. The gossip about his knees. Not only has he not fought in 3 years, hasn't had a win in a hot second. But in hindsight, looking back on it, look at his losses. If you look at the losses to Leon Edwards, you look at the loss to Khamzat, which, must I remind you, was on like a 10 or 12-day notice. So granted, he hasn't won a fight since 2023 in October, and that was UFC 294 in Abu Dhabi. So he fought Khamzat, which, he's fighting at 85. Kamaru's definitely not an 85er. Khamzat's a big 85er. Took on like a 10 or 12-day notice, and I had that fight a draw. That first round you could give 10-8 to Khamzat, and then 2 and 3 you'd probably give to Kamaru, but it's in Abu Dhabi. Of course, they're not going to go that direction for a foreigner, so you got what you got there. But that should have kind of gave you an insight of Kamaru's still a beast. And then if you look at his Leon Edwards fight, where he lost majority decision, he was definitely not doing terrible in that fight. And then must I remind you, the one with the head kick, headshot, kill shot, he was winning that entire fight until that last 50 seconds, whatever it was in that 5th round. So it's not like he's over the hill. But I just think the long layoff, in your head you hear 3 losses. But if you look at the losses, all signs kind of pointed like Kamaru still should have something in the tank. I think a lot of that factored in with Joaquin Buckley. I think looking at the fight, especially the first 4 rounds, whenever a young prospect like Joaquin Buckley fights a legend like Kamaru Usman, it goes 2 ways. Where they just have no respect and they think he's washed up and they're going to dog walk him and run right through him and there's just no respect. Or there's so much respect where they don't pull the trigger, they're gun shy, they're really not going for the kill, they have too much respect, they grew up watching them. So example of that's Pat Barry Cro Cop. If you remember that fight, the OGs will remember this fight. The new kids out there like, Pat Barry, Rose's coach, he used to fight in the UFC. And he was a kickboxer, and one of his heroes was Mirko Cro Cop, and they paired those guys up. And now this is before I fought Mirko, so I'll give you some hindsight here. When Pat Barry fought Cro Cop, he looked up to him so much, they were hugging and high-fiving during the fight. And Pat could have won that fight maybe, but because he had so much respect for Cro Cop, he didn't have that killer instinct. And Cro Cop, if I remember right, ended up choking him out. But it's weird. They throw like head kicks and high-five each other for block. And there was just too much respect on Pat Barry's end. So you can kind of get that. And when I fought Cro Cop, I think it was right after that fight, the first thing Joe Silva said to me, so they gave me the fight, and then the first thing Joe Silva said to me, I was at some UFC promotional thing, he walks up to me and goes, "Hey, you're not going to play that grab-ass respect game like Pat did. We gave you this fight for a reason. You better do work." And I'm like, "Trust me, I do like Cro Cop, but no. The way you show your respect to these legends is by taking it to them. That's how you show respect. Give them everything you got, and if they're the better man, all good. That's why they're legends. But you show respect to these legends by freaking trying to take their head off. You don't high-five them. You don't show them this, weird respect in the cage that you wouldn't show to another young fighter. I hate when guys do that. So going back to relate this to Kamaru Usman and Joaquin Buckley, Kamaru is probably top 3 greatest welterweights of all time, living legend, right? And his work speaks for itself. With Joaquin Buckley, the build-up to this fight was all respect. He's this legend, and he was showing a ton of respect. But I saw the disrespect with the way he fought Kamaru Usman, meaning in his camp and his coaches, they must have thought Kamaru Usman's knees are so bad. He's had 3-year layoff. He doesn't want to fight in God knows how long. He's a shell of himself. So they must have not worked on any ground game or any wrestling, I assume, because anyone that knows the game, even at, like, say, a blue belt level, when you see Joaquin Buckley's jiu-jitsu off his back and his takedown defense, even if you only wrestled in high school, you would realize like that there was no preparation. There was no game plan for the takedown or if he were to get taken down. I assume the whole camp was on the feet. He looked so amateur from the bottom. His takedown defense was atrocious. So when he fought Colby Covington, he definitely looked more prepared for the takedowns. And I also think Colby Covington actually has kind of aged faster and doesn't have nowhere near the pop and cardio and explosiveness that he had, back in the day with those Kamaru Usman fights and Gilbert Burns. That's kind of, that version of Colby's gone. So I think his team and the fans, including myself, watched the Colby fight and was like, "Oh no, his takedown defense is really good. He can actually defend this. Kamaru's kind of screwed." But I assume Joaquin Buckley's camp was just striking the whole time. When Kamaru Usman would shoot from one side to the other and just blast double him or just a traditional single leg, and Joaquin Buckley, instead of defending, doing the necessary fundamentals of, fighting the hands, grabbing the elbows, knee down, hips back, just the basics. The basics where if your child's in a wrestling camp right now, they're probably learning that. He decided to kind of overhook and then attack Kamaru with punches and then just get taken down. And it only took Kamaru 4 takedowns per round. 4 takedowns total through round through 4. Because you get 1 takedown and that's it. Joaquin Buckley was a turtle on his back. Had no game plan, no framing, couldn't get to his feet, couldn't get to his hip, stayed flat on his back, didn't get to the side, no cage walk, nothing, man. It's alarming. It's alarming. So I think Joaquin Buckley found out, like the rest of the world found out, that Kamaru isn't washed. Kamaru's a legend for a reason. You guys didn't prepare for that. and you just got outclassed. 1 through 4, you just got absolutely outclassed. I can't believe they got fight of the night. Huh? Fight of the night. I mean, you could give that first round 10-8 if you wanted. There's nothing. And then that 5th round, he started to do some stuff better. I don't know if it was him changing his game plan or if it was more of the case of Kamaru Usman getting a little tired. So, he went from being explosive to just kind of telegraphing his takedowns. So it made it easier, and if Joaquin would have fought like that the whole fight, he probably would have had a lot more success, but it was tough to see. That being said, this isn't the last year from Joaquin Buckley. Because it's not a case that he can't do it. It's not a case that he hasn't done it before. I think it was a case of just overlooking Kamaru Usman, one of the greatest to ever do it, and he learned the hard way. He's still a young guy. Was he 30, 31? This is his first super test, and I think there's just fundamental things that he can do that are easy to do, where he can be tougher to take down and keep the fight on its feet. Because if you look at the welterweight division, if his takedown defense stayed that way, he ain't going nowhere. But Joaquin's a smart guy, comes from a good camp. They'll learn from this. There's fundamentally things he can do that I'm sure he already knows and just didn't do in that fight. And he'll get back to the top. I truly believe that. And when I look at Joaquin Buckley and these young guys, especially when they lose a fight like this, I have more faith in Joaquin Buckley making changes, because these are simple changes. This isn't something where it's a striking deficiency or it's a wrestling deficiency where he just has no hope and there's not enough hours in the day to fix these mistakes. It's not that. The stuff he needs to do is pretty rudimentary, and I'm sure he knows, and he just has to change his approach. All good. When I look at Bo Nickel, you kind of go, whoa, he needs to change his entire game plan. So there's not enough hours in the day for him to make up his deficiencies and his gaps in striking. It's just never going to happen. So he has to become so dominant in wrestling, which he does have that pedigree, but it's only in that freestyle sense. It hasn't translated to MMA yet. So long story short, what I'm saying is Joaquin Buckley just has to make a few changes, which we know he can make, opposed to a young guy like Bo Nickel, where it's like there's so much work to be done in order to get to the top 10 that you worry about him, if that makes sense. So Joaquin Buckley, a few changes, he's good to go, especially when you look at that welterweight division, the Schaubkats, the Ian Garys, he's not going to be able to get down. The freaking Sean Brady's are going to be a handful. For Joaquin Buckley, a Bilal Muhammad would be a nightmare. Don't even get me started on freaking Islam. These, it's going to be tough if that's his approach to when he fights these top level guys. The only one that would make sense for him is like a Leon Edwards, who's going to keep it standing. Machado Gary, he can wrestle too a little bit, and he's good off his back. So again, I have faith in him. He's not. If he was a stock, I'd definitely invest in him, because these are simple things he can do, and he's young enough he can get it done. He doesn't have to make up these huge levels in his game like a Bo Nickel does. If that makes sense. So take a little break here, kids, and we get right back into Kamaru Usman, Joaquin Buckley breakdown. Listen, when I started this podcast, it seemed like I had to figure it all out on my own. All of it, from script, set up, filming schedule, logos, Brian being late, never showing up. It was super overwhelming. Every day seemed to introduce a new decision that needed to be answered. When you're starting off with something new, it seems like your to-do list keeps on growing every day with a new task, and that list can easily begin to overrun your life. It's exhausting. Finding the right tool that not only helps you out, but simplifies everything can be such a game changer. I wish I had Shopify. My word. For millions of businesses, that tool is Shopify. Cha-ching. All right. Shopify is the commerce platform behind millions of businesses around the world, and 10% of all e-commerce in the US, from household names like Mattel, Gymshark, to brands just getting started like Drive Fast All Gas. We're powered by Shopify. Listen, it's super easy. Getting started with your own design studio with hundreds of ready-to-use templates, Shopify helps you build a beautiful online store to match your brand style. Get the word out like you have a marketing team behind you. Easily create email, social media campaigns wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. All right. If you're ready to sell, you're ready for Shopify. Turn your big business idea into cha-ching. Shopify is on your side. Sign up for your $1 per month trial. Start selling today at shopify.com/Schaub, S-C-H-A-B, all lowercase. That's go to shopify.com/Schaub, all lowercase. Cha-ching. As far as what's next for him, for Joaquin Buckley, it is and it isn't. It's unfortunate because 170 stacked, and there's a lot of guys waiting for their shot. And you just had a fresh face take over as the world champion in JDM, so he ain't going anywhere. And obviously, then you JDM Islam. So you got Bilal at number one. You got Sean Brady, Shavkat, Leon Edwards, Kamaru Usman, in Machado Gary. If I was the matchmaker, if I lost all my hair, and we're both pretty good shape. I was gonna say if I got in better shape and I was Dana White, if I had his bank account and they let me make a matchup, the number one matchup I would make, it's not John Jones and Tom. I'm so over that shit. It's not Connor. It's all that stuff's whatever. For me, I would do Sean Brady and Ian Machado Gary. It's the number one fight I want to see. Two lions. The winner of that should get a title shot. That's what I would do. So then, if you take them out of it, I would do Bilal and Usman. Now, I know Usman turned this down because Bilal, I think, was asking for it shortly after the fight. And Usman kind of shot it down. And Usman's asking for a title shot. He's like, I'm a legend. I deserve a title shot. Yes and no. You've had 3 years off, dude. You just beat the number 7 guy. You're not going to get a title shot off that. Also, unfortunately for you, the queue to get a title shot is long, and there's a lot of deserving guys. So because he's a legend, I think you give him the number one guy. I think you give him Bilal. Because Islam and JDM are going to do their thing. So there's going to be a build up there. There's going to be a line. There's a queue, right? So I would do Kamaru versus Bilal, and that's a fun fight. That's a good fight. Shavkat's kind of the one shit out of luck right now. He got injured. He's been off. So, we'll see what happens there. But 5 a night for that? 4 rounds? 1 takedown per round? What? And the stats are deceiving because it's like, I think he landed 5 out of 14 takedowns or 4 out of 14. You're like, man, that's not great. Yeah, but all he needed was 1, and Joaquin Buckley could never get back to his feet. And it's not like Kamaru has that Khabib or Islam devastating ground and pound or Curtis Blades. He just kind of outposition, wears your ass down. Now, there's a lot of positive, too, for Joaquin, his cardio. Even though he got taken down, and that's super tiring, and he's defending off his back, super tiring. That's foreign land for him, foreign territory. That 5th round, he looked pretty good. So the question about his cardio, it's like, things kind of went bad for him for 20 minutes. And his cardio was still pretty good. So was Kamaru looked fantastic, too. Kamaru looked fantastic. Before I get to the rest of the main card, we've got to talk about Paul Craig Rodolfo.
Yeah.
This drove me nuts.
It drove everybody nuts.
Did it? I haven't seen how the internet. Don't tell me yet. Let me give my pitch
it.
and then tell me if the internet's on the same vibe. The commentator, when I saw this, I went, oh my God, that guy's completely faking it. So he has a knee down. Paul Craig up kicks him. He turns to the ref. He's like, what the? Falls on the ground, then shut his eyes.
Yep.
Then pops up and pretends he doesn't know where he's at and starts grappling the ref.
Yeah.
And I love Dominic Cruz. They're so professional. That's why I can't do that job. I would have fucking called out right away. Dominic Cruz, I'm in all my years, I've never seen a guy react that way after a knockout. Yeah, you fellas, commentators, you've never seen a guy react that way because it was all fake. That's not how the human body works, is it? When they get concussed. He was looking for an easy win. He's looking for a way out and found it. But he did it because it was just a no contest. He should be penalized. The UFC should penalize him. That was such a crock of shit. That was so bad. In the replay, you're just like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? Is the internet on the same vibe as I am?
Yes.
Do we all realize that and there's no argument that was real. There's no argument.
Nope.
We have extensive research of guys getting knocked out, including your boy here. That's not how your brain works, It's just not how it goes.
Yeah.
When you're concussed, you don't have the IQ, you don't have the capabilities to know that as you're getting kicked in the face, to look at the go, oh my God, fall on the ground, close your eyes, pop up, pretend to grapple. Buddy.
That was the best part.
If you're going to do it, at least do it well. They'll look at the ref like, what? You believe this? Wait. Oh, I'm out of here. God damn.
Yeah, it's shameful, man.
It was so bad. I've seen better acting on YouTube. Look at him. Where am I? What? Hold on. Let me scoot back here. He's like, what? I'm going to. Buddy.
Dude.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
The fuck out of here. Trash. He should be penalized.
Yes.
Yes, Anthony Smith, my guy. Finally, someone that works for the man comes out and tells it like it is.
Straight up. Yeah.
What did he say? Is
Right
this
here,
his
it
quote
starts
here?
with, This is Anthony.
This is Anthony. Shout out to Anthony Smith. I fucking love this dude. Yes, here we go. It was a great fight up until the way it ended all weird. Paul Craig was really forcing the takedowns. He ends up shooting the takedown, pulls guards, round ends. He throws an up kick while Bellato, he has a knee down, so that's an illegal strike. Yeah. I'm going to be hard here. I'm going to be hard on Bellato. Yes, please. As the up kick happened, he looks at the referee to see if the referee realized that was illegal. He looks right to him. You see his eyes come to the referee to protest. Then he realizes maybe I can get a free win here. Lays there, pretends he's unconscious, jolts back awake allegedly. Referee comes over. This is a man who is awake, pretends to grapple the referee as if he's unconscious, trying to get a cheap win. I've been doing this a long time, and I know what it looks like when somebody's faking it. Co-signed 100%, spot on.
Yeah.
Someone called it like they see it.
I remember Anthony's the one that got illegally kicked or kneed by John Jones, remember?
And could have won the fight.
Yep.
I was like, nah,
He's not gonna do it. He's not gonna fake it.
Yeah, fucking a real man. Wow. He's going to look at the referee. Oh my God, that's illegal. Oh, I better pretend I'm unconscious. Yep, facts. Smith said while doing play-by-play while rewatching the fight, the jolt back awake, that is the worst performance I've ever seen. The referee knows this is not really happening. I feel really bad for Paul Craig. Me too. We're laughing about it and joking because it's so silly what happened with Rodolfo and Paul Craig. But Paul Craig, although he did break the rules, we have to address that. He did break the rules. It was intentional.
It is true that he did break the rules, so that's another thing that makes this weird. But
yeah, but shit happens, and if you want to fight, you're gonna figure it out, dude. He just wanted an easy way out.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, if that's in you, if that bitchness is in you, you're fucked. If I'm the rest of that division, give me him next. There's quit in him. Give me him. He wants out. He's fucked. That guy will never amount to. Maybe he sticks around, loses one, wins two, loses one. That shit. But as far as being like an elite guy, like top 10, it's never happening. If you got bitchness in you, you got quit in you, bud, this ain't for you. Get him out of here.
Yeah, it was embarrassing.
I wish Dana would come out and say something. Like, we can't have that in this league. He's going to be suspended for 6 months. Some shit like that. Because you don't want that to become a thing.
Dude,
that's some weak shit. Oh, and that whole training camp, and you think about his coaches. They probably flew from fucking Brazil to Atlanta. They're like, what the fuck? What the fuck you doing? We all flew. You have fucking family in the stands. And you gave that awful, if you're going to do it, dude. But don't, now we gotta co-sign this bullshit behavior? Insane, dude.
Very insane. You want to see his response?
Sure.
This is by the way, this is a translation, so it's not like perfect.
Buddy, you painted your face? You painted your face to take an easy out? You went through all the trouble of painting your fucking face? You had someone come to your freaking hotel room and paint your face? Now he's in Atlanta telling his buddies, yeah, I painted that dude's face, man. Watch this. Fuck. So this is Rodolfo. I know I'm going hard on, but we just can't have this, dude.
It sucks.
We can't have it. Paul Craig went through an entire fucking camp. And you did this? And the commentator's like, yeah, it's very strange the way he's acting. Yeah, man. Yeah, and let the audience know this isn't normal at this level because it's all fake. God knows about all things. To everyone cheering for me, I'm in good health and we'll be back soon. Thanks so much. I saw some things on the internet, a few things saying I was an actor there and stuff. The moment I was on the ground, I didn't expect to get kicked in the face illegally. It was a strong kick, buddy. It barely grazed ya. It barely grazed ya. It was a strong kick. When I looked at the judge to complain, my whole body it's just so crazy. When I looked at what a bullshit. When I looked at the judge to complain, my whole body began to tingle. My vision disappeared. After that, I don't remember anything. Anyone who's known me longest knows I would never do that. I've never run from a war. You're not in war though, are you? I hit 2 times in less than 30 days, 2 trips in a row. Why would I fake something after all I've been through? And on top of winning the first round, in the end, I thank all the real ones for the positive message. God is in charge. Even God is like, bro.
Yeah, dude.
Bro. God's like, bro.
Don't involve God in this,
The
man.
fuck?
This is
Hilarious.
yeah.
No, you're not fooling anybody, buddy.
Oh, it's a bunch of
We'll never
Portuguese.
make it. It's over. We'll never make it. Might have a good career, might have some fun fights, but when the going gets tough, so fucked. Fucked.
This completely tarnishes his reputation without a doubt.
Screwed. UFC's not going to invest in him. They know this. If my dumbass knows this, the UFC brass definitely knows this. And they know it's fake. They might not come out and say anything. He'll be disciplined through his entire career. This will never go away. Fucked. It's fucked.
I hear you.
It's a shame too. I thought he was a beast. But when there's quit in you, buddy, and you want to find a way out.
And that's not even like a normal quit. That's like a over the top quit. You know?
Never going to make it. Yeah. Never going to make it. Now, some of you are like, he made it. He's in the UFC. Sure, I get you. I understand that. I'm saying to be a top level guy, never going to make it. It's over. Unfortunately, it's over. And there's nothing you can do in training to make that bitchiness come out. There's just nothing you can do. It's just, we've all found out, all right, that's what it is. To make him a bad guy, just when you fight those top dogs, you're fucked. If you ever get there again, if the UFC ever gives you a chance again. Because now if you did that, because remember, Anthony Smith could have done this against John Jones, been world champion the bitch way and all that stuff, and he had a legit issue, right? This guy, that kick was nuts. When I saw the kick, I'm like, but it like grazed, it went like this. I've had my fucking kids kick me hard. The fuck, buddy. It's over. It's all good. It doesn't make him a bad guy. I'm not hating on him. I don't want you guys to jump all over him. It's just, it's over. As far as being like, oh man, we got a light heavyweight contender. No, you don't. No, you don't. You have a guy that's fun to watch, but when the going gets tough, he's going to find a way out. Mm-hmm. And those top dogs, buddy, when there's blood in the water now, and they're sniffing that bitchness, buddy, you're fucked. It's all good. Again, doesn't make him a bad guy, doesn't make him a bad fighter, but when the going gets tough, we know he's going to quit, say less. The rest of the division goes, sign me up. Because if he doesn't land that knockout, and you start taking him down, you can break that guy. Guaranteed. And there's nothing we can do. There's no camp, there's no coach, there's no mental coach, it's just in you.
It's in him, yeah.
It just is. It sucks.
The one thing that's weird though is like, so Charles Oliveira, remember we all thought that he was like a quitter at some point. Then he did get to a point where he was badass again.
True.
Yeah,
go train with him. You know, go talk to Charles.
That's actually a good idea, dude.
Yeah, go be like, Charles, you had that
mental
bitch in you and you've worked it out. How'd you do that? You know, it's a shame. It's a
but
shame.
everyone was on him. Everybody.
Were they?
Yeah.
Thank God. Thank God. Meaning, like, thank God I'm on the right track. Thank God I'm not the crazy one.
Was it? It was Stephen Thompson too, and someone else on the broadcast. They were all saying, like, "Dude, what's going on?" That's like,
Oh, anyone who's ever fought, anyone who has watched enough fighting, like, oh, buddy, completely faking this. Yeah, it's just, you find out you probably don't want that guy in your foxhole,
oh, dude.
No.
But anyway, yes, everyone's on him.
Thank
about that.
God for Smith. Yeah, it was terrible. Let's take another little break here and we'll jump right back in this juicy podcast. This episode of the Schaub Show is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You choose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called AutoQuote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy. Progressive.
This summer, Pluto TV is exploding with thousands of free movies. Summer of Cinema is here. Feel the explosive action all summer long with movies like Gladiator, Mission Impossible, Beverly Hills Cop, Good Burger, and Transformers: Dark of the Moon. Bring the action with you and stream for free from all your favorite devices. Pluto TV. Stream now. Pay never.
Oh, anyways, the rest of the card. Do you want to talk about any of the fights?
Shabazzian looked good. It's a good win.
But the bummer though, that's our boy Petrosky.
Yeah, love Petrosky. I love Edmund too. So that was a tough pick for me. I love both those boys. Petrosky, first team all body.
Dude,
Jesus
he's
Christ.
he's like a body. Looks like a bodybuilder.
Callan's jacking off. That boy's legs are insane.
His arms are jacked as hell too.
Everything's jacked.
Yeah.
Everything's juicy on him. Edmund slowly putting it together.
Yeah,
remember
dude.
he was this big star off the White Contender Series. Again, just they pushed him too fast too soon, but he's slowly coming into
Yep.
it. He's a savage, dude.
Super cool to
Slowly coming into it. He's a monster. Cody Garbrandt,
Yeah, what do you think about Cody, man?
love Cody.
Like as far as continuing.
Barcelo's, he's a tough customer. I don't know what Cody was doing engaging in the grappling. I don't know what he's doing. When he threw more than one, when he's throwing like 3 to 5, he was landing. There's just some things he needs to work on, I mean, the guy has 30 fights, only 5 losses.
And he beat Peyton Talbot, who's like another huge up and comer.
Payne just got announced for 316. I think
Yeah,
he just got a matchup.
something like
Tough
that.
fight too. I thought they would take care of him. Let me see what else we got on there. Oh, dude, how about our boy Wellmaker?
Dude,
How can you not root for this guy?
I know.
And that Chris that he knocked out, remember against Sugar?
Yep.
Sugar was unloading on him.
Dude.
And we're like, this guy's so fun. He's a zombie. Look at him go. And then Willmaker went, that's a zombie? Headshot.
Bam, so quick, so fast.
Dude, just fake the boom.
Yeah.
It made ESPN top 10. Shout out to that young man.
That was dope.
Just quit his job, too. That's 2 bonuses in the road. We're going Sizzler, baby. He's made more in 2 fights than he would probably ever make
As a welder?
in 5 years as a welder. It's so cool. And he still has the skill set. So for whatever reason, and I don't think it is, this kid's so talented, but for whatever reason, if shit doesn't go his way, judges screw him over multiple fights in a row, they cut him. He still has the skill set,
There
has
you
the
go.
job.
Yep.
He's cooking, man. I like that kid.
Yeah, super cool. And I was telling you earlier, he looks like he's half Asian, or some part of him
Yeah, I
looks
see
like
you
he's
trying
Asian.
to claim him. I see you trying to claim him.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Gets a little shine like, oh, he's Asian.
Asian pride, baby.
Maybe. I don't know, man.
I couldn't find anything, but
I wonder if all his boys at the factory that he's working at, like, look at Wellmaker
dude,
go.
I know, dude. They must be so proud that
Oh, you could do some cool merch with Wellmaker. You could do some dope shit.
hit him up, dude.
Yeah.
Sponsor.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he's a little beast.
Yeah, that was so clean, dude.
Good fight night, though. I mean, the main card, the main card, you had all decisions, and then that bullshit performance right before with Paul Craig Rodolfo. But before that was fun.
But even the Rodolfo thing is still entertaining. It's terrible, but it was entertaining.
I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, I can't believe they Kamaru. Kamaru and Buckley fight of the night. That's how you know the card was not phenomenal. All those decisions. Rose did the damn thing. I actually thought the 30-27 I was surprised by. I had Maverick winning 2 of those rounds. I love Rose. But going into the third, I'm like, man, she needs a finish here. I would have gave that fight of the night. The back and forth, that was a good fight. Way more even, way more exciting than Kamaru Usman. Joaquin Buckley, only the 5th round was fun. The rest of it, he's just like, all right, Kamaru's just taking him down. He has no jiu-jitsu, no takedown defense. One takedown, he just stayed on top of him. Fight of the night. In what world? Maybe round of the night. You give him round of the night, 50 grand. Yeah, Rose looked great. Edmund looked good. Kamaru looked fantastic.
Yeah, I was happy for
Maverick. Looked great too, man. I thought you won that fight. 30-27 is wild. Dude, how about, I don't know what judge. Dude, 48-47 for Usman Buckley? Which one of the 4 in those first 4 would you give to Buckley, you fucking idiot? Which one? I would love to hear it, you fucking moron. That's wild. That's insane, dude. Insane. Love to hear it. Which one out of the 4 dominating rounds, 1 through 4, did you decide to give it to Buckley? When he was on his back, did you give it to him just because he maybe started to stand up, you fucking moron? It's insane. Thank God they didn't screw Usman over, man. Thank God. And Joaquin Buckley handled the loss great. Handled it great. Again, he just has a few things he needs to tighten up, and he'll still be a contender. Just a few things. What else you got, Jen?
I was going to look at his statement, but
they gave him the mic inside the octagon, which I appreciated. Mm-hmm. But he had another statement.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
I'd love to see it, though. What did he say?
Okay,
there it is. You're just on it. Yeah, it's that one. Yeah, that's it. So it says, Joaquin Buckley speaks out. This is bjpenn.com. Go ahead.
We have BJ News as well.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
So he said, hand wasn't raised last night, but I'm still victorious and will be one of the greats. I agree with him. This trip has been beyond amazing. I wouldn't change a thing. I should probably have won. That happened in the fight camp. Really, everything was perfectly planned. I just didn't execute like I know I could. Could be that, too. He got in there. It was just like, Jesus. Wanted to land early damage on Usman and get him moving back, but he did a good job neutralizing threats and takedowns. Don't get twisted. Usman was more concerned about holding me than hurting me in this fight. That's the game, though, bud. Yeah, that's the game. You're Frank Kamaru fucking Usman. He did what he felt was necessary to win, and so can't be mad at him. Congrats to Usman and his team. Excited about the welterweight division. See you when I see you. It's a great. There you go. There you go. I'm a fan of his. Yeah, and Usman kept saying, I just need to get that monkey off my back, referring to, I got to do whatever it takes to win. I can't get another loss. Haven't fought in 3 years. Haven't won a fight in my last 3. I'm going to do whatever it takes. This dude has no wrestling takedown defense. Say less. That's the game.
Yeah. So Joaquin Buckley, this is before the fight. He's trying to get into the stadium, and once again, even though he's the main event, they didn't recognize him.
Security won't let him in.
We just gotta get to him. Can somebody escort us or something? Sure.
The UFC couldn't take us to here, so we had to walk here ourselves.
That too. They said that they had to actually get their own transportation for some reason. So it seemed like this was kind of a mess as far as
That's not good.
Yeah.
So yeah, security's like, what's up?
I know, but dude, he's literally the main event.
I know, but the guy might not watch UFC. Security's like, no.
No,
we can just say I'm the main event. Come through here. I don't give a fuck who you are.
It's just like posters everywhere. This guy's face, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, it sucks.
That's more of a UFC issue than the security.
Mm-hmm. Here's a quick one. This happened. I think this was over the weekend, but Rico Verhoeven fought that guy Vakitov, and this guy, he won Dana White's Contender Series. He's the last person to actually beat Alex Pereira in kickboxing.
Oh, that's him.
Yeah,
And they didn't sign him.
yeah, because something to do with money, obviously.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Verhoeven won that fight.
He beat him decision.
Let's see. Yeah, UD.
Yeah. Wow.
Alrighty.
I like heavyweight tournaments. Greatest tournament of all time, Strikeforce.
This is
DC ended up winning.
this is pretty funny. This is Israel Adesanya talking about Buckley.
So it says Izzy couldn't stop hating on Buckley. Now, just so you know, Izzy and Usman are super close.
course, yeah,
So yeah, makes sense.
But still, this is pretty funny.
Let me see it.
I don't even use the word hate lightly, but I hate this nigga, bro.
Oh wow.
I hate this nigga, bro. Something about it just fucking annoys me. Hey, man, you know, we gotta get this going, man. You mean like that, like he's rapping to me. I'm like, he's just so fucking annoying. And at one point, I literally just walked away as he was talking. But fuck the dude. Maybe I'm a hater, bro. Maybe I'm just a hater, bro. What are you saying? Let me go. I'm a hater, bro. Be sipping that haterade, man. Hateration. Put him on his ass. He almost uppercutted himself. Retire. Next.
Retire, Jesus.
Help me. I'm a hater. I'm finally a hater. I understand it now. I understand it now.
Izzy's hilarious. Izzy's so fucking funny. Yeah, it makes sense. Find your boy.
Yeah.
Couldn't stop hating on him last night. He goes, I finally get it. He has 2 phones. Finally get it.
All right. So this is an update on BJ. He got arrested again because he violated a restraining order. So I'll just play the videos because it's more efficient this way.
MMA legend BJ Penn makes a stunning confession in a Hilo courtroom on what led to his latest arrest. He's accused of violating the temporary restraining order a judge granted to protect his mother. Mahilani Richardson joins us now with the latest developments. Mahia.
Well, Ash, this is just the latest in an ongoing legal drama where Penn is accused of assaulting his mother, and prosecutors want him to undergo a court-ordered mental health exam. Now the former fighter is giving the reason he contacted his mother and allegedly entered the home he shares with her.
I can't get access to my accounts. So when I asked Lorraine Shin,
So hold on, sir. Like I said, because anything you say can't be
Is he wearing a mask?
So in a Hilo courtroom before Judge Darian Nakata, UFC Hall of Famer, 46-year-old BJ Penn admitted contacting his mother, 79-year-old Hilo businesswoman Lorraine Shin. Prosecutors say he violated the temporary restraining order against him by coming within 100 yards of their home.
I can't get into the accounts. I don't know why. I have every time I ask to go into one of the to get information about any of the accounts, she says she's going to kick me out of the house or get me arrested.
Penn claimed he needed his bank information so he could fill out a form to be represented by a free public defender. The judge said Penn could come back to court next week, Wednesday, at the same time of a hearing for his assault case.
He does have access to legal resources.
Legal expert Megan Cow.
It is also strange.
Anyways,
What was she? Let me finish that though. This is such a Hawaiian news piece.
Allowing him to make the admission on the record, because the next thing the government is going to do is order that transcript and hold it against him in order to find him guilty.
The TRO had been granted by a judge after Penn allegedly assaulted his mother last month.
Why am I getting arrested? Let's talk downstairs. You guys just want to get me out of the house, right?
Penn posted this video of officers getting him out of bed to arrest him. He claims his mother is an imposter, while she claims the MMA legend and former candidate for governor has been diagnosed with Capgras delusional syndrome. Outside the family home in Hilo, Hawaii News Now spoke with his trainer, who trained him for 2 of his title fights and had praise for Penn.
I think people who are coming up.
remember this trainer, like him and his brother, are like the ones that really got him to lose weight. And
Incorrect. The BJ that I know is just a terrific guy. We never had any problems with him. He did everything we asked him to do. He's just a good citizen. One of the nicer guys I've ever known.
Attorneys say the slew of legal issues and now arrests are not a surprise given Penn's social media rants.
They're weird, they're strange. He posts things about his mother's ears and how he can tell that someone has replaced her. He has this thought in his mind that someone kidnapped and replaced his family, and is coming after his assets.
Yeah. It's getting crazy. But yeah, so I think the Marinovich brothers are the ones that got him like in the best shape
Monsters.
ever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame, man.
So
it would be good for him to go over a psych evaluation.
So that's the thing that they're saying that he has. He's diagnosed
Capgras
with
syndrome.
Capgras syndrome.
Delusional misidentification is often linked to a disconnect between facial recognition and emotional response. Fuck.
And potential causes and associations
Brain
are,
injury.
of course,
That'll do
brain
it.
injury. So, I mean, I think in his case, that's probably like a...
Yeah. That's such a shame, man.
Definitely.
Let's take a little break here. Then we'll jump right back into the podcast. You're going to have some drinks this weekend. It's the summer. July 4th is coming up. You're like, man, but I have kids or I don't want to be hungover for this family event. I got you, man. What if I told you there's a product? It's the world's first alcohol detoxifier that reduces your blood alcohol content as low as 30 minutes. That's real. This isn't snake oil. This is the real deal, Holyfield. We're talking about Sure Shot. You can wake up or in 30 minutes with a sharper mind, body, liver support, well-being boost, gut support, hydration. All right, we got you. Have those drinks. Have that shot with your boys. Celebrate whatever you're celebrating. Maybe it's Little League. Maybe in travel summer tournaments. We got you. All right? Just go to sureshot.com, use the promo code Brendan, get 10% off, or go to your local BevMo. Pick up a 4-pack for you and the homies. Pick up 2 4-packs. Hopefully you have 8 friends. We got you, man. Go to sureshot.com, promo code's Brendan, BevMo, TikTok Shop, Amazon, we all over. It's Sure Shot. Enjoy. Last little break before we jump back in the episode. DriveFastAllGas.com. Father's Day sale is still going down. And they're giving you $5 off free to use on the shop. No minimum spend required. Just use the code DAD at checkout. Click on the link in the description. It will automatically be applied. All right, we got you guys. So for the dads out there, for the family members of the dads, you want to win the ultimate ride, the TRX Last Call Edition, $50,000 in mods and $10,000 cash, we got you. Anything you buy on the site automatically enters you to win this badass TRX. We got Diesel Dad merch. We got Methylene Blue. We got all sorts of sweet Drive Fast All Gas merch, hats, hoodies, tees. We got you. DriveFastAllGas.com. The sale ends this Wednesday. It's Father's Day. Do it for your dad. DriveFastAllGas.com. Let's get back to the program.
This is just more on the whole Kamaru Usman stuff. I guess he had to get 6-7 injections just to fight. This is back like a few years ago, though.
Just in his knees or what?
Knees, shoulder, other places like
stem cells and shit.
Just a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, man. The gossip about his knees and all that shit.
He's pissed off about that too, by the way.
Yeah, I heard him say that, but it's also like it's a legit concern. But here's the thing too: when guys have long layoffs, if it's a young guy with not a ton of experience, that always worries me. I'm like, oof, that ain't good.
Yeah.
Like when Hamzat goes on long breaks or these younger cats go on long breaks, it's not good. When you're dealing with a guy of his experience, it's usually not that big of a detriment, you know? It's actually, it does a veteran like that, like a legend, it does them a lot of good because their body does get rest.
Yeah.
So, and then he can put his best foot forward.
Literally. Let's do this one first. So remember we were talking about dirty boxing, Mike Perry's league. I guess there was an event that happened, and Rosenstruck. There's some familiar names here. Rosenstruck, he won. Alex Caceres lost.
Damn.
Yeah.
My
Jessica
boy
Rose,
Alex won. That's cool.
and Jessica Rose Clark. Remember her?
Love her too. Yeah,
She won.
little beast.
But then I looked at the rule set. Remember, I thought it was just, we didn't know if it was actually just boxing, but here's the rule set right here.
5 ounce gloves, elbows are allowed, open palm strikes are allowed, ground and pound on down opponent is allowed. No grappling or submissions allowed, 18-foot ring.
So you can do a lot of the things, you just can't hold, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Ground and pound allowed on a down opponent. So if you knock him down, you can follow up with
Just,
ground and pound.
you just can't,
finish him.
you just can't like finish him as far as like
They just want to get rid of the whole grappling.
yeah.
They
yeah.
just want
It's
action.
just strikes, yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. That's cool.
Yeah. Okay. And this is an update on the Abu Dhabi card, which seemed pretty tasty.
I love this fight.
Yeah, Robert Whitaker versus RDR.
Fuck yeah, take my money.
It's going to be 3 p.m. Eastern, the main card.
So that's 1 p.m. here?
12?
Two?
12 to 1?
No.
12, 12, right?
No.
Oh, no, here.
Yeah, here. Yeah.
One,
Maybe one, yeah. Hell yeah.
But yeah, so this was
Evolov and Pico.
It's still rumored, but we've been hearing about this for a while, so hopefully that does actually
Peter
happen.
Yan, Marcus McGee, good God. Bryce Mitchell, Nurmagomedov. Oof, they're not doing Bryce any favors. He loses that one's get weird for him. Damn, what a great card.
Sharp Bullet versus Marc-Andre.
Yes, sir. I love this card.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. And it's early. I like the early cards too.
Buddy.
What?
Everyone in my house falls asleep for the co and main event.
Oh, for the regular cards.
Oh,
right?
buddy.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Let's go. Oh, this is just a quick one. On Ariane Lipski, she changed her name to her husband's name after that, but so she's Ariane De Silva, but she's no longer with the UFC anymore. And I saw something about this. She has a tumor.
That sucks.
I know.
They cut Crone Gracie too.
They did it a little while ago, right?
They kind of unloaded a lot of guys that went under the radar. Yeah, departs the UFC with a 6-8 record. That's tough.
Yeah. She was very cute.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of this? Is this even like that impressive? You tell me. I'll just play it. This is John Jones getting tripped by someone. I think this is during the time he's filming the Tough Stuff, the Russian version.
Uh-huh.
I'll let it replay. How impressive is that?
I mean,
because he didn't fall down.
He didn't fall down.
Yeah.
He got back up and beat the shit out of him. I just don't think John's fighting anytime soon. That's what I think.
Yeah, that's what
I thought. That show was over. Didn't Nate Diaz leave the show?
I think so. Yeah.
So who's the other coach?
Aljamain was in there as well.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if they. I don't know for sure.
Yeah, this guy said it best. Imagine being so good that literally tripping you is an accomplishment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else, that's not a thing.
But I mean, he didn't get to the ground. He actually put his hand. So I don't know. That's why, because you know how to. This grappling style. I don't know.
Shit. That ain't.
All right. This was.
Grabbed her and pointed.
No way, a real life Chun Li.
Yeah.
Sick. God, I always hated the kid that picked Chun Li in Street Fighter and just kept tapping the buttons to make her go. Like, come on, dude.
Was Chun Li also her kicks? Is that the main thing with Chun Li?
Yeah,
this is what
she just goes.
Okay.
And the kid would just keep tapping it and can't get through. You're like, all right, buddy.
This is the most disrespectful domination I've ever seen in kickboxing. These fighters train years to master complex combinations. But Mona Kimura said, nah, I'm good, and picked one move from Taekwondo.
Damn.
This cut kick became her square
she's
button,
just like
and
Chun
she was
Li.
not letting go.
This is
Look at her
hilarious.
opponent's face. She's already shook. Step in, eat a kick. Throw hands, eat a kick. Breathe wrong, believe it or not, eat a kick. Then she got really disrespectful, dropped her and pointed. Back to back to back to back. She's not even trying to hide it anymore.
But you don't have to worry about her hands at all, just the kicks. Quit being in kicking range, bitch.
100 moves when one
Fucking dirty fighter, dirty boxer. What are you doing?
the game.
That's sick. That's cool. That's hella sick.
Yeah, that's.
She can get to a level though where if all you can do is kick and not throw. I mean,
take her down.
Yeah, like she was fighting like terrible.
This is a look at Kayla Harrison as she's cutting weight, and it's pretty dramatic if you see her here.
Good God.
Yeah.
There's a picture of Ronda who had cut weight too, a lot of weight too, and she's like in the bathtub, and it's just like she's on death's doorstep.
Yeah, I mean they are literally.
This is the worst I've ever seen. This looks like she's from concentration camp. That looks tough. Dude.
Yep. Especially when you know what she looks like normally.
Look at her face, dude.
She looks like she's about to die.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, so like you said, she can't keep doing this.
No.
Yeah.
No. Do the fight at 45.
We can kind of touch on this a little bit. This is obviously he lost to Wellmaker with that badass punch, but this is him talking about what happened to him before.
I went through a really bad time with relationships, with everything else. My life was just a mess. I was very close to ending this thing, ending it all, and being done. You know what I mean? Fucking, I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about it, but again, you know what I mean? It was a bad time. One of the worst times of my life.
That not getting
found the
help.
girl I'm with now. My
Hope he's
beautiful
okay.
girlfriend. She saved me, bro. Saved my life. Helped me find God a lot better, and I'm just in a better place. I feel like I'm where God put me, where I'm supposed to be. I feel like this is the guy that should have been here in 2021. You know what I mean? The guy that is mentally focused, enjoys this stuff again. Like, then I was just kind of going through the motions, and I was happy to be here, but I was kind of just happy to be here. You know what I mean? I'm not that guy no more. I don't care. Like, I'm coming to kill. I'm coming to knock him out.
Ain't that a bitch? And get
he has to kill
starched
me
in
to
like
get me out of
fucking
there.
20 seconds.
In one of the best knockouts.
Bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It
He's like,
sucks.
I'm back. I'm better than ever. And then you're on ESPN top 10 getting starched. That's how it goes.
All right, Joshua Van, who's like killing it lately.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's going to be fighting Brandon Royval.
317. Who else is on 317?
Let's take a look.
Royval Van. By far my two faves in that division. Not even close.
They're both badasses, without a doubt. Oh, shit. That's the card.
Soon, too. That card needs something, too. That card needed this. Hell yeah.
So Ilia Topuria, Charles Oliveira.
Yeah, for International Fight Week, it's still kind of weak, but this definitely beefs it up.
And speaking of Joshua Van, he's been doing well at like 2 big wins in the UFC, I think. And he bought his mom a house.
Hell yeah.
Well, I think life is precious because you can't one.
I don't want to put the music there, but
not a better feeling.
You've done it before, or you bought it for your
mother-in-law.
Yeah. But that's so dope. That's the dream.
Love it. So cool.
Very cool.
That's how you know you made it.
I think that's it, dude.
That's it.
That's pretty much it.
All right, kids. Thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, do all the things that tell you on YouTube. You got a good fight. Again, it's the summer, so the UFC comes with their cooking, man. You got a good fight night again. Is this one in Vegas?
Let's double check. No, Azerbaijan.
I don't know how they do that to my boy Khalil Rountree and Hill, but it is what it is. It's a good fight night.
2 p.m.
Central?
CBT.
All right. It's a good card, though. It's good for a fight night. Dude, take my money. Fazeev versus the young man who did freaking work. Curtis Blades, they give him a fucking monster. Dagestani monster. Come on, Curtis. The card's interesting. It'll be a fun one, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, card's hella interesting.
They have the Iron Turtle.
Oh, I love the Iron Turtle.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an interesting card.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Oh, that's Usman's brother.
I know.
Muhammad.
Yeah. He hasn't blown anybody's doors off yet, but it is what it is. That main event, Stacy, though. Khalil Rountree and Hill.
Hell yeah. I cannot wait for that fight.
I'll take Khalil in that fight. Good fight, though. Great fight. Yeah, Fazeev has a tough test. At least the earlier time, though. I'll take it.
Yeah. That's it.
All right, kids. Love you. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe to your thing. If you're trying to win that Ultimate Dad Rig, that TRX Final Edition, over $50,000 in mods. It's sitting right there. I'm looking at it right now. I'm not driving it because I don't want to wreck it for whoever wins it. You win that and $10,000 cash. All you got to do is go to drivefastallgas.com. Anything you buy automatically enters you to win that truck. Winners announced in August. Good luck to everybody. That's it. Drivefastallgas.com. Love you guys. Till next time, I'm out.